What's the importance of leaving a legacy then?
When it comes to your legacy, you want your legacy to live on after you pass.
Strong. I mean, because as you know, this lifetime is limited. This lifetime's limited. It's maxed at a certain amount of years. But your legacy can live forever. A lot of people study so many different things in the world, maths, science, computer science, bare different things, but they don't study themselves. And you're the only thing that's going to be consistent with you throughout your whole life. I'm going to be that breaking point. You're going to be that breaking point in your family where your name's changed forever now. Welcome back to another episode of the Energizer Podcast.
Alright.
A podcast that leaves you charged up
all the way.
Today we're here with your boy T.
And Ty, the flyest man, the man himself. Let's get into it.
Alright, then cool.
Feeling myself today, isn't it?
You got up for yourself every day, my boy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, how's your week been, my bro?
Bro,
just on a general one.
My week has been amazing, man. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Mental health is good. Like,
Strong.
everything's good. Life is just good, man. I'm grateful. Like, we just touched 600 subs on the podcast. Like, I'm extra good. You know what I'm trying to say?
I swear it was just like the other day we touched 5.
Yeah, bro.
Like last episode,
going, you know, man. Like, bro. Yeah.
Quick things, you get me?
Yeah, on, bro. Like, things doing good, man. So my week as a whole has been good. What about you?
Yeah, I've had a strong week still, a very strong week. Just showing gratitude to all of the things in my life, bro. Do you get me? There's a lot of things to be grateful for. So, bro, man's feeling good, man. Strong week.
That's how you gotta be, man. I feel like when you feel good, you do good, you work good. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like just being in a positive mind state or positive mind frame really just dictate how well your week's gonna go. 100%. Do you know what I mean?
That's why Mondays are so important. Monday sets the tone of your week. I had a good Monday. I feel like every time my Mondays start off good, I can continue that momentum throughout the week. Do you get me? So make sure your Mondays are strong. Do you get me?
Practically, what things do you do on a Monday to make sure you start your week on like high momentum then?
It starts from the Sunday though. Do you get me? Just starts from the Sunday, having a chilled evening, figuring out what I want to do for that week. And yeah, man, just going into Monday with a fresh mind, bro. Do you get me? I reckon it starts from a Sunday.
Strong. I agree with that as well. For me, I've kind of come to the realization that for me as an individual, planning brings me peace. And what I mean by that is like by me planning my week ahead. So like you said, on a Sunday, I have a chill day. Sunday evening, I'm planning my week ahead. I know what I'm going to be doing on Monday. I know the things I want to get the editing or whatever I'm doing done by a certain day. Because I planned it now I'm at peace. Now I have a bit more clarity. So now I'm just in a good mood. You know what I mean?
That's it.
I don't like running around like a headless chicken on
long.
Tuesday. There's a deadline on Thursday for something. It's long. Do you know what I mean? Just bring me stress.
It's long. I said this in a past episode as well. I've never been comfortable unless I'm prepared. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I can act normal if I know that I've set out my week or my day properly, if that makes sense. Do you get me? So,
how long have you been doing this for?
I don't know. I couldn't set a time, like, how long I've been doing it. It's just something that I realised needs to be done. I couldn't tell you. I started doing it, like, 1st of September or 2 weeks ago. It's just something that I've been doing. Do you get me?
Yeah, strong. And also for me, building on that, the week stuff, you got to win your mornings as well. Like you said, win the Mondays, but just as much win your mornings. So, like, I have, and I'm pretty sure you do as well, like a morning routine just to, again, set the momentum for the day. If I don't get certain amount of things done within my morning, within like the first 90 minutes of when I'm woken up, I'm not saying I'm gonna have a bad day. I'm not gonna condemn myself.
But it just throws you off slightly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like my whole day is gonna be negative, but it does definitely just throw me off because my momentum, is not as high.
So what's those first things that you do in the morning? You said the first 90 minutes.
Cool. So I wake up 6:30 to 7, depending on like a work day. Wake up, first thing I do is get out of bed, sit on the floor, cross my legs, have my palms facing up, eyes closed, meditate. So I do my visualization meditation for the first 5 to 10 minutes of when I woke up. Because like I said in a few episodes back, when I've just woken up now, when I'm in my first 5 to 10 minutes, I'm in my theta state of the brain. Do you know what I mean? So like, that's when I'm like, I'm with it, I'm awake, but I'm not really with it because I'm not really awake. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just meditating, visualizing what I want. Then after that, obviously shower, get ready and whatnot. Then I'll come back and then I'll journal and then that's how I'll start my day.
Journaling.
And affirmations as well.
Affirmations as well, yeah. We'll touch on affirmations after, but journaling, that's something that we spoke about last Sunday on the Zoom call with all the men.
Mastermind network.
Mastermind, shout you guys out. Do you get me? Yeah. Francoza. But you guys recommended that I start doing journaling. It's something that I've never done before. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But I've been doing it this week, and a word that I would say associates with journaling is clarity. Do you get me? Because sometimes you can have so many thoughts in your mind, it's like everything just sounds foggy. It sounds like there's 1,000 people talking to you at one time. When you write down your thoughts, it's like, all right, cool, I can make this make sense now type of thing. Do you get what I mean? That
key point there, 1,000 thoughts at one time. That's so real, bro. Like that's something I feel as well. And I feel like I'm not even gonna say being a man or being that, just being anyone. There's so many things that you go through on a day-to-day basis, things that happened last week you're still thinking about, things that you're nervous and anxious about next week, or things that's going on right now. There's so many things I feel like everyone's just juggling, do you know what I mean? So in order to write things down, to journal, you don't even have to call it journal. You can just say, I like to write, do you know what I'm trying to say? Write your thoughts down onto something so you can visually see what it is in here, do you know what I mean?
You don't even need to like be getting a pen and paper and writing it down. It could even be on your phone. Just go on your notes and write down what are you thinking right now. Like why is your mind cloudy type of thing. Do you get me? That's what I've been doing. So yeah, man, that helps. It just helps with that clarity, making sure that everything's clean and straight.
No, definitely. So on that note about clarity and like journaling, what do you specifically do when you journal? Because you sent a video into the Mastermind Network earlier this week. And your journal was looking packed. I was long, like, bruv, is man journaling or do you keep writing essays now? Like, your thing was like 3 pages long. I'm like, bruv.
No, it wasn't 3 pages long. It's just that I was doing it for 3 days at that time. Do you get me? So it's like a page each day type of thing. Do you get
That's
me?
a lot, bro. I can't lie.
Bro, I'm telling you now, the thoughts that's in my mind, it's not even 1,000, it's 10,000. Do you get me? Like, there's some pages I've doubled them. Do you get me? There's 2 sides of the one day type of thing. Do you get me?
Yeah, that's a lot, bro.
And it's mad. Like, think about dealing with all of that in your mind. It's like you can't even, the smallest tasks feel like a lot to do because you got so many things in your mind. You get me? But when you write it down, it's like, all right, cool. The problems aren't even that deep. Do you get me? Just hit them one by one. Do you get me?
Strong. For me, I can't lie, I've been journaling on and off for the past 3 years now, I would say. So sometimes I go through phases, like I said, when I burn out, I might stop journaling, etc. But when I first started journaling, I was writing a lot like you. Maybe not a page, but like a good half a page. I'd have like a structure. So it would be like, I would write them on a page, things I'm grateful for each day. I'd write down how my mental health was that day, so I could be like, I'm not happy because of A, B, and C, or A, B, and C is stressing me, and then I would just write just random stuff that comes to my mind. Now I kind of just do it like anything that comes to the top of my mind, I'll just write, because those are the things that's obviously most prevalent in my mind, you know what I'm trying to say? So I just write down, today I'm annoyed because at work so-and-so, or today I'm not too happy because I need to go and do this when I don't really want to, it's literally just like talking to myself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. That's why my pages are so long, because the first one that comes to my mind, I just write it down. Do you know what I mean? So there's no structure like yours is, where I write down what I'm grateful for or X, Y, and Z. I just write down exactly what I'm thinking. Do you get me? Then after I read through it back, and I'm like, all right, cool, that makes sense. Now I need to do this, and that. Do you know what I mean? So
do you practice gratitude?
Not as much as I used to. I used to be heavy on it, if I'm being real with you. Obviously, I said to you at the start of this podcast, like, I'm just grateful at the moment. I'm very grateful, but it's not something that I do like every single day and I say, all right, cool, I'm grateful for X, Y, and Z. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But right now, this current stage of my life, I'm very grateful for everything. Do you know what I mean?
Strong.
What about you?
For me, I would say I do practice gratitude quite a lot. So like little things, like even when it comes to like, I call it my circle of influence, aka my friends, so like you, the rest of the guys and girls, for example, I will just tell my peoples that I appreciate them. So I try to do that once a week. I'll just try and be like, listen, my bro, man, just want to say, and I do it.
I have to say, you do that. You actually do that, so you're not even lying when
that's
you say
what I'm
that.
saying. I'll just hit up any one of the man and be like, bro, man, appreciate you, because one, tomorrow's not promised. You know what I'm trying to say? Touch wood, I might not even be here tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And two, like, I'm just grateful to have good people in my life. I can now finally say that I've just got genuine people who want me to win. Like we said last week, when it was like, you have a burning desire for me to succeed and vice versa. So I'm grateful for that. 100. And even when it comes to like family members, or even the man them as well, I'll be like, you know what, my bro, man love you. Strong.
100,
man love you, my bro. Do you know what I mean? How about that?
A lot of men feel weird about saying I love you, bro.
Yeah, man.
But it's not even a thing like that. Show love to your people, man. Because as you said, life isn't promised. I could be gone tomorrow, you could be gone tomorrow. And then what? You're going to regret not showing your people that appreciation while they was here. Do you get me? So every day wake up and let your people know that you appreciate them.
100%. And some people, again, just for the simple fact that I don't really know, obviously we talking that, but on a deeper one, there's things that's going on in your life right now that I'm not aware of. So like you said, you got 10K thoughts on your mind right now. By me just saying to you, you know what, my bro, big man thing, man, love you and I appreciate you. That could take one of them thoughts away. That could
100.
take one of your stresses away that I'm not even aware of. So
100%.
just me trying to put myself in your shoes, because again, like, there's certain days when I'm having bad days and I might not be I might not talk to you or talk to the man, and you guys won't know, but that one little message, it goes a long way. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So you don't know.
100. So just touching on what we spoke about just now, where we were saying we're not going to be here forever, innit? We're not going to be here forever. Life isn't promised. I could go tomorrow, you could go tomorrow. Touch wood.
Strong.
Yeah. What's the importance of leaving a legacy then?
Strong.
You know what I mean, because as you know, this lifetime is limited. Do you get me? This lifetime's limited. It's maxed at a certain amount of years. But your legacy can live forever.
Forever.
Do you get me?
Strong.
If you do the right work.
Strong. I feel like for me, legacy is important because I feel like it's almost like, how can I explain it? A legacy allows your name to live on after you have passed. So right now, we're putting in the work right now. We've started this podcast, this platform right now, so that we're working to build our legacy, do you know what I mean? Because the content's going to sit there forever, do you know what I mean? But if we do it right, as we continue to build our legacy to a certain point, after touch wood we pass, whenever that may be, the name Tay Trendsetter, the name Ty Valley, whatever, will still live on 100%. After man's passed, you know what I'm trying to say? Because my legacy is strong enough for that, do you know what I mean?
So I've got another question for you, bro. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, go on.
Do you feel like everyone is leaving a legacy, no matter what they do? Do you feel like the average Joe is leaving a legacy? Or do you feel like you have to do something in life to leave a legacy?
Yeah, the latter. I feel like you have to consciously do something to leave a legacy. It's not like I'm just going to wake up, live in that rat race for the rest of my life and then, 30 years later, remember that guy? He was a junior something. He was a junior plumber. No, there's no legacy in that, do you know what I mean? Unless you put in the work, to build your name, build your personal brand even, build your legacy, it won't really have as much weight in later years to come.
100.
What's your perspective on that?
What was the question I asked again?
Do you think that you have to put in work to build your legacy?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So I watched a video the other day and it was saying that no matter what you do in life, you're leaving a legacy. And I disagree with that. Do you know what I mean? I feel like for you to leave a legacy, you need to do something to be remembered. So let me ask you a question. Do you know your great-great-great-granddad?
Wait, say again?
Do you know, or do you know your, not even three, do you know your great-great-great-granddad?
Nah.
Nah?
I know his name,
yeah,
but I don't know obviously anything else.
All right, cool. So that's what I'm saying. So it's very hard for you to leave a legacy. Like your great-great-grandfather may have left a legacy for his next generation, but now your generation, you don't even know who he is, type of thing. Do you understand what I mean? And that's the importance of your last name. Your last name is powerful, bro. Do you get me? Like when you really deep it, McDonald's is a last name, yeah? Christ is a last name. Flipping Walmart is a last name. So why can't your last name be something powerful like that as well? You understand what I'm saying?
Strong.
When you really break it down, like all these big companies out here are last names. Do you get me? They have left a legacy because their names live in. It's in people's tongues, people's mouths, people's minds forever now. They shop from these places. They buy from these places. Do you understand what I mean? So why can't your legacy be something like that as well? You understand what I mean?
Bro, that's powerful, you know. That is very powerful. And I agree because it's like, when it comes to your legacy, you want your legacy to live on after you pass. So like you said, the name Ty or my full name, for example.
That's what I was being very careful. I didn't want to say
the name Ty, it's gonna live on after I pass because I'm putting in the works now. So like you said, if I play my cards right and I really put in the works for real now, after I pass, my children's children pass, for example, my name will still live on. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Gucci, Hennessy, like all these companies are last names. Do you get me? You think that you're drinking a drink when you're drinking Hennessy. No, you're drinking a family. Do you understand what I mean? Like that's a family name. Do you understand what I mean?
Louis Vuitton.
All these are last names, bro, and they've left a legacy. So you need to do the same thing. I know that my last name is gonna be the next Rockefeller. I'm gonna be that. I'm gonna be that breaking point in my family. Yeah. So when people think I was about to say. I was just about to say it. When people think of my surname, it's like, raw, okay, the family's serious because of the work that I've done. I'm going to be that breaking point. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, strong.
Almost slipped up there, boy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But that moves me on to the different question now, How strong is your bloodline? So obviously you're not going to do the whole family heritage last name stuff, but you know your family, you know your family members, Take the question wherever you want. How strong is your bloodline?
Boy, I don't know where my surname came from, but I know where it's good. I don't know where my surname came from, but I know that my surname is gonna be something when I go. I don't know the origination of it. I don't know where it came from. If I'm being real with you, it's probably like a slave name if I'm being honest. But I know that because of me, I'm gonna change the meaning of my surname. If that makes sense.
Strong. So you're gonna be the catalyst. So there's two parts to that. The first thing about the meaning of your last name, your surname, I can confirm because you're Caribbean, same way as me. All Caribbeans, or the vast majority of Caribbeans, our surnames have come from slave owners. You know
to be honest, if I'm being real, mine sounds like a slave name.
Yeah,
if I'm being
they
real.
all do. Like even mine, you know my full name, they all do. That's a different topic, innit? Because you know how I get now. Do you know what I mean?
We can take it there.
Yeah, we can take it there because like, boy, when it comes to slavery now, or like that type of thing, you have different plantations in the Caribbean, and that plantation would be owned by a slave owner. So let's say there was a plantation and the slave owner who owned the plantation could be called Keith Keith Jenkins, yeah. So now Keith
That's a
Jenkins,
proper name.
Keith Jenkins owned this plantation, and he owns 100 slaves in this plantation, yeah. These enslaved African people who've been taken to the Caribbean, their last name could have been tribal. It could be Umzungu or something like originating from the country they really resided from. Why are you laughing?
Oh, this guy's too funny.
Originated from. I'm being serious though. That's a
I hear you, but it's just the name that you use, bro.
My bad. Originating from where they're from, yeah. And now because they've been enslaved, you're stripping them from their identity, and you're giving them aka the slave master's last name. So now going forward, when those slaves start procreating and making children, having a family, they've now got the slave owner's last name. So I know for a fact my last name, because deep it, bro, like us black people, we all come from Africa. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it doesn't make sense for me to have a European name. There's already something wrong in that.
It's originated from somewhere.
Thank you.
What I mean?
Yeah, that side done. Cool. That's a topic for a different day. Anyways, back onto the leaving a legacy. About how strong is your bloodline? Yeah. The reason why I asked that is because I'm gonna have to touch on what you spoke about now about slavery. We was already starting off on the back burner because our ancestors have just been freed from slavery, so we're already like 3-4 laps behind now. So we got to play twice as hard. And then on the second point about how strong is your bloodline now, you have to almost be, I believe that everyone should aim to be the catalyst of their bloodline. And what I mean by that is, if you know, for example, your family has come from like a lower to middle class background, for example, now, you should aim to be the catalyst. So when it comes to Tay now, that's when everything changes. That's when the family before him, your predecessors, was in that lower to middle class, but after Tay, he was the catalyst. He put in the work. Tay was one who really brought the family name to a different direction. Brought the family name to different heights. So now, do you know what I'm trying to say? Now going forward, that same last name is associated with higher. It's got a different meaning now. Higher upper class now because of Tay. You was the catalyst. You was the pinnacle where, you know what, things got to change. Let me put in the work so A, B, and C, my future kids don't have to go through the certain trials and tribulations that I've been through. Do you know what I mean? 100%.
That's strong. That's what I was saying. Like, I'm going to be that breaking point. You're going to be that breaking point in your family where your name's changed forever now. Do you get me? It doesn't have, obviously, we don't know the origins of our name truly, really and truly, but we know where we can take our name, if that makes sense. Do you get me? So it's your job, it's my job to change the meaning of our name still.
100%. And like, even when it comes to like, you look at a lot of wealthy people in this world, everyone's come from different backgrounds and had different difficulties to get to where they've wanted to get to, but they have had to all say to themselves, no matter where they started from, I could start from here, you could start from here. We've both had to say to ourselves, I need to be the catalyst. I need to be the point of change. I need to be where this cycle breaks and create my own cycle now of success, of abundance, of wealth. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Rather than the cycles I've already been living in or from and in my surroundings of struggle, scarcity, poverty. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We need to, maybe not everyone, because not everyone has that mindset. We have that mindset, and a lot of you guys watching us, you also have that mindset. But if you do with that mindset and you want to make the change, see yourself as raw. Today I've woken up and I need to be the catalyst of my family. Strong.
100. And because it hasn't been done before, just know you're going to go through certain trials and tribulations that you haven't faced before, no one in your family's faced before. Do you get me? The way that I see it is like, it sounds mad, but I see myself and I see you as like the chosen ones in our family. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you're chosen to take this thing to the next level now. So you're going to have to go through certain things that no one's gone through before. Do you get me? There's not going to be anyone that you can lean on to for advice, because as I said, they haven't gone through that. Do you understand what I mean? So don't be too disheartened when you go through certain trials and tribulations still. Strong. But bringing it somewhere else now, like, what is the importance of legacy in your life? So taking away from the names, like, what is the legacy that you're trying to leave behind? Do you understand what I mean? I feel like we touched on this in a podcast before.
Elaborate.
Anyway, like, when you do pass away, what do you want to be remembered for?
That's what
I feel like we did touch on this,
but we're gonna
briefly though
redouble briefly. I feel like my legacy, what I want to be known for, is someone who, I think I said this before, worked to inspire and help people. I want to be known as a person who created opportunities for others. That's what I want to be overall. That's what I feel like for me. What about you?
I said it before as well, is to inspire people through my work. So not necessarily going out there and teaching people, even though that's something that I would do, but it's also about me doing what I feel like is necessary in my own life, and hopefully that triggers someone else to do something in their life, if that makes sense.
Strong.
Do you get me? So everything I'm doing with Energizer, these videos, with the clothing brand, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Just trigger that thought in someone's mind that, Tavon's done this, so I can do it too, if that makes sense. Do you get me?
I've got another question now, How heavily, maybe not even how heavily, but like, I feel like the underlying message which we're trying to convey here is that if you do see yourself as the catalyst of your family, yeah, it's all about leaving an impact after you pass. So how heavy are you trying to maybe like leave an impact on the world?
That's why I feel like it's all about helping people in life. Do you understand what I mean? Nipsey said the highest human act is to inspire. Do you understand what I mean? So once you do pass away, it's like people can remember you for what you done while you was here. Like buying all the nice cars and the houses and whatnot, that's all cool, yeah? But that remembrance is only gonna be living in someone's mind for a certain time. But you actually helping someone in their life, that's gonna be remembered forever. Do you understand what I mean? Like, let's say you was going through a tough time in your life and I was able to help you get out of that tough time. Even when I go, you're gonna remember, yo, Tay was the reason why, or part of the reason I should say, of why I got out of the situation that I was in. Do you understand what I mean?
Strong. Do you feel like, say if we're working to build and leave generational wealth, do you think that that is a part of us leaving a legacy?
Yeah. So yesterday I googled what the definition of legacy is.
Yeah.
And it didn't really say anything about reputation, which is what we're touching on now. It was more in terms of money, property and assets. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I feel like leaving a legacy is. The Google definition is like leaving something for your family to live off when you're gone. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, it plays a part. Money, assets, like all of that stuff is a legacy that you're leaving behind, 100%. But I feel like deeper than that, legacy in my world is that the reputation that you leave behind. I want to be able to do so much in this world that my kids are able to go into certain rooms purely because of who their dad is. Do you understand what I mean? I feel like that's way more powerful than money, if that makes sense. Do you get me?
Strong. Access just through your last name.
100%.
Or like the weight that your name holds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the first thing that came into my mind when you gave that example, or that Google definition was like, look at the Kardashian family.
Yeah.
Like say in 50 years time, maybe not 50, let's say in 25 years time, someone could walk into the room and be like, yeah, my name is, I don't know, Joe Kardashian. That Kardashian name's still gonna hold a certain amount of weight. Do you know what I mean?
You could be called Joe, Bianca, Tom, Dick, Harry. As long as you got Kardashian in your name, it's like, oh, you're part of them, man.
That,
like, cool. You're in. Type of thing.
Literally, because that name holds weight. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
That's what I'm saying.
And at some point, I don't really know too much about the Kardashians, so I'm not gonna speak on what I don't know. But one person within that family or two had to have decided to want to be the catalyst of change. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Do you know how deep though, yeah?
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't know nothing about the Kardashians much, but I'm pretty sure that, what's her name, Kim, she's still a Kardashian, right? But she got married to Kanye West. I swear when you get married, you're meant to like knock off your surname. Or the woman's meant to knock off.
Different countries and cultures do different things, but I feel like, again,
but there's a reason why she kept her name Kardashian, because she knows what that Kardashian name holds. Do you understand what I mean? She didn't, I think her name's Kim Kardashian West or something like that. But she made sure she still got that Kardashian because she knows what that name holds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So influence and it's almost like influence, status and power is important. Yeah. And like, let's say you and your family have built up a name. You and your family decided to be the catalyst now of change. Now your name holds a lot of weight, You're not gonna want to just, you're not going to want to just throw that off or just push that to the side, you know what I'm trying to say? Because you know the amount of weight that name Kardashian holds in the industry, rather than you just being like, oh yeah, my name is Kim West or Kim
Who's Kim West?
Do you know what I'm
Even though
saying?
West is a big name, but it's not as big
West
as,
is a big, but
Kardashian
now we're
like,
talking, do you know what I mean?
Do you get me? Like, you ain't got to pay when you go to certain restaurants.
Yeah.
What, you're Kardashian? Hold that. It's on the tab, do you get me?
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like I'm trying to do with my name. Not necessarily to get free things, but just to give my people, my family, my kids access to certain things in life that they wouldn't be able to get without having that name. Do you get me?
Deeper one. So do you feel like what you're really after, as well as trying to leave an impact on the world and create generational wealth and be the catalyst, is you're looking for power? Because that's what I'm hearing with the Kardashians, really truly. Like you said, you go to certain places, people are talking to you different now because they know how much power you have, how much status you have. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I
wouldn't say it's power. I'd say it's more influence. Just knowing what my family name means. I guess it is power in a sense. You understand what I mean? But I don't feel like there's anything wrong with wanting power. This world revolves around power. Do you understand what I mean? The most powerful people in the world run their positions. They're at the top of the market because they're powerful for a reason. Do you get me? So I don't feel like there's anything wrong wanting or chasing that power. I know you're gonna say chasing. Now you should chase in a track. I know you're gonna say, but you hear what you know the angle that I'm going down in it. Before
That's
you even
so
say it.
funny.
This is what you're gonna say. Yeah, but I just got to have something wrong with that word chase. Like, no, it's attract. Do you understand what I mean? But I know what you're saying.
You look all pug. Shut
up. I know, you lot know what he's gonna say as well. Nah, but listen, let me just stop you right there. Like, I've got a problem with that word chase. Like, words cast spells. That's
words do cast spells, isn't it? But I ain't even gonna go there because Tay knows me well clearly. Yeah. However, I feel like the point about power and stuff, is really real. And even though it might not be the primary thing that you're chasing. Yeah. I love it.
Can't just thinking. I really hit the nail on the head because I knew you was gonna say that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you did still. The primary thing that you might, it may not be power as the primary thing that you want.
Yeah.
But that's like what's the word? That comes with it, do you know what I'm saying? By you having an impact, by you having a deeper name, you know what I mean? Big Tay is walking in the room, Now you have the power to control and demand almost, you know what I'm saying? Because your name holds a certain amount of weight.
But then again, I don't feel like forget what I said before, I don't think it's about chasing that power. I feel like it's authentically being yourself, and because you are yourself, that brings power. Do you understand what I mean? I don't feel like you should go out there and wake up in the morning and think, all right, cool, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z so I can become powerful. Not really, no. You need to be yourself, live according to who you are, and then that should make you powerful. Do you understand? If you're living in your truth.
Living in your truth. Let's talk on that. What is that?
Put me on the spot like that. You got the same thing that I've done to you. I hear you. Flipping, living in your truth is just not changing your script depending on where you are, who you're around. I think we touched on this again in the previous episode, that let's say people that go to different working environments and then they change how they dress, how they talk, how they approach people. Do you understand what I mean? I feel like that's not living in your truth. I understand that sometimes you need to be a chameleon in certain environments and change who you are according to who you're with, but same time keep that core of who you are. Who is Ty? Make sure that whoever you are in your core, you're that person every single way you go, every single place you go.
Just like maintaining your core values, and that doesn't change depending on who you're with. However, you're just being able to become adaptable to certain situations. Adaptable. So like you have your core set values, values and traits of what you stand for, what you will and won't accept, regardless of whether I'm in the House of Parliament or I'm in my yard, for example. However, being a chameleon aspect, like you said now, is being able to be adaptable to certain changes that might happen when I'm in them different environments. So
100%.
If I'm in this example in the House of Parliament, which I'm probably not going to be in, you know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
Or if I'm in my yard, for example, strong.
I feel like it's all about studying yourself as well. A lot of people study so many different things in the world, maths, science, computer science, bare different things, but they don't study their self. And you're the only thing that's going to be consistent with you throughout your whole life. Everything else is going to change. The maths lessons are going to change, the science tests are going to change, but you are going to be you for the rest of your life until you die. So why aren't you taking the time out to study who you are? If that makes sense. That's how
that's a deeper one.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you can be truly you, by studying yourself. What's your triggers? Where's your weak points? Where's your strong points? You understand what I mean?
Strong.
Not a lot of people study themselves, man, and I feel like everyone should still.
So how would you go about studying yourself?
Just spending time alone. Do you get me? Just being isolated for a certain amount of time, understanding, like looking back at your life and looking at certain situations you've gone through and think, all right, cool, how did I handle the situation? Was the way that I handled the situation good? Did it help me? Did it make the situation worse? Like, look at the blueprint. You've left the blueprint in your past. Figure out, all right, cool, what works, what doesn't work. Do you understand what I mean? Just being isolated.
Strong. It's almost like who are you? Like, who are you? Because I feel like a lot of people, you're right. Even me, let me not even say other people. Me, for example, like who am I, bro?
Who's tired?
Who am I? Do you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think I know myself fully.
Yeah.
You get me? I feel like it's a learning process every single day. Yeah. I don't think you'll ever know yourself fully. Do you get me? Humans are so technical. There's so many different pieces of the puzzle to human that you're never gonna really know yourself, but you can definitely understand yourself a bit more. And
not even. It's not like a thing where, when you say you want to know yourself, it's not like a test where you're going to complete it. Now you know 100% about yourself. It's just like making a decision, taking a chance to start to know yourself, start to learn and understand, start to be more socially aware or self-aware.
Yeah. Like, for example, I know in certain situations, when I'm spoken to in a certain way, I react in a certain way. So now I know myself as like, all right, cool. You know, if I don't want to react that certain way, let me not go to that environment. Yeah. Let me not speak to this person as much because I know how I will react. You understand what I mean? So it's all about understanding who you are, how you react, your triggers, your weak points.
Definitely, I agree. I feel like I'm not going to say the wisest person, but someone who knows himself and is self-aware is miles ahead of the rest of people in a sense, because you know yourself now. You know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know what you will settle for, etc., etc. Yeah, you know your weak points as well as you know your strong points. Now you know how to maneuver and almost use your knowledge of thyself for the greater good. You know.
Jeez, them man there, thyself. Come on, man, them man are built different. I said thyself. I don't get time, man. Man said thyself. He's taking it back.
You're taking the fist in it, bro.
Shakespeare days, like.
Hey, that don't kill me. But Now you know who you are, now you know who you are, exactly who you are, You can use your knowledge of yourself to want to better yourself or put yourself in certain situations because you know who you are. 100%. A lot of people don't know who they are. Like you said, they don't know what gets them to react a certain way. They don't know their trigger points. They don't know their weak points necessarily. They're just here living life, daisies and roses. What comes and goes, goes and comes. You know what I'm trying to say?
100. And we're going to be touching on a topic in the next episode called based on the way of a superior man. And I feel like a superior man is someone that knows themselves, someone that studied themselves, you understand what I mean? Knows how to navigate through life based on their principles, their morals. Do you get me? But we'll touch on that in the next episode.
Strong. I can't lie. Strong. I say we just keep this one short and simple and sweet. So on the way out, gems.
Boy. I'm just going to reiterate what I said before. Just take time by yourself. Do not feel away by isolating yourself from your friends, your family for a certain period of time. Do you get me? Because I feel like at one point everyone needs to do that to understand where they want to go, where they are now, and what they've gone through in the past. Do you get me? So take the time out, understand like where you want to go. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, man, isolate yourself for a certain period of time, but not for too long because that's when problems start to occur. Still
strong. For me, what would I lead them? I would say on the back of this episode, really just try and take the deeper meaning, which is what we tried to convey here. Like, do you think that you are the catalyst? Ask yourself this, back onto the point about Tay said, who are you? Are you someone who wants to be the catalyst in your bloodline? Are you someone who wants to change the course of your family and your family name to either increase, I'm sure it's not going to be decrease, but increase your family name, for etc. So ask yourself, one, who am I? And two, am I someone who really wants to change my bloodline or be the catalyst of my bloodline? Strong.